Hey guys, what is up? Welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Quita, and on this video, I am finally doing my 2020 planner lineup. That's right, I'm showing you guys all of the planners that I'll be using for 2020. So a super exciting day. But first, if you're new to my channel, I hope you'll stick around and consider subscribing and also giving me a thumbs up on this video if you enjoy it. So let's jump in, guys. I'm excited to show you guys all of the planners I'm going to be using for 2020. So if you want to see that, make sure to stay tuned. All right, y'all, so let me just count it out real quick, okay? And you guys know I freaking plan, so this isn't like a true number, and it's not as overwhelming as you may think it is. So let me just do a quick count because I didn't count it out. But we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So 7 planners, but it really might be more like 9. So, but I'm going to show you all of this stuff. So let me just slide it to the side. And we're just going to start randomly. So I'm going to start with what's on top, which is the recipe keeper. So this isn't technically a planner. So that's why I don't feel so bad about it. I know, again, some of you might think this is super overwhelming to be using this many planners, but because I freaking plan, it's a little bit different. And also some of these aren't really technically considered planners. This is for my recipe keeping and meal planning. You guys know I recently received the foodie collection from the Happy Planner. So I have it in mini size. I have it in classic size. So how I use this is I pull out the pages here. Well, let me just back up real quick. I typically pull the pages out from my classic size recipe organizer and I put them in my classic size catch-all planner. I keep a couple of sheets in there for on-the-go planning. If I'm feeling inspired, I can go ahead and write in some recipes. And then when I am sitting down to do my meal planning for the week, I'll go ahead and pull out the recipes out of my recipe organizer and put them in my catch-all planner within that section of the meals that we're going to be eating for that week. So I have these 2, which are new from the foodie collection. And then I also have, I believe, 3 other recipe organizers from the past that Happy Planner had created. I have a really chunky one, which you guys have seen in the past. I did flip throughs on my channel of it, which is right here. I love this thing. So this is like one of the first or second ones that they came out with. It is jam-packed with recipes, guys. So comment below, let me know if you want another flip through of this. I'm not going to do that on this video. So what I'm going to do with this eventually is hand it down to my daughter, so that way when she starts a family, she'll have all the recipes she needs to cook. And you know, I thought that would be a good gift to give her, and to make this for her I thought would be kind of cool. So this is actually my recipe organizer that I use, that I store all of my recipes in. But again, these are the recipe organizers that are new for me, that I'll be using the paper from and adding it initially to my catch-all planner, and eventually it'll go in here. So between these papers here and the old recipe keeper papers, which look like this, which I do love because they're so neutral, I'll be using all of that. So first up on the list is a recipe organizer, and how I'm going to plan on using them kind of individually is that this one is going to be for all keto recipes. And so it's a mini size. So this, I'm going to keep all of the keto recipes in here. And then again, as I'm making them during the week, I'll pull them out and put them in my catch-all planner. So this is dedicated to keto because that's what we're doing this year, keto. And then this is going to be for my just general family recipes, because this page size needs to go in my classic size recipe organizer. So first up is meal and recipe keeping. You guys know how I feel about meal planning and recipe keeping. Absolutely adore it. So it's only natural that this will be on my planner lineup for 2020. So that is the first thing, meal and recipe keeping. So next up on the list, I will be using, this also is a notable mention. So you guys saw this recently. I did a DIY on my channel and I showed you guys how to use the foodie paper 2 ways. And so we have recipe organizer cards in here, and then we have coupons in here. So I'm going to figure out how to add this to my lineup as well. If I go to the grocery store, you guys know I typically order my groceries online, but I thought this would be cool to have and just to keep nearby. with my coupons and things in there. So this will be kind of intertwined into my lineup some sort of way, but it is a notebook, so it's not really considered a planner. So that is going to go with the meal and recipe organizers that I just showed you. Next up on the list, guys, fitness planning. Of course, we all have fitness goals, right? So I'm not going to show you like the inside of this. This has lots of different inserts, undated, dated, that I never used, some that I did use. This really does need to be cleaned out. But what I do is I typically pull the pages from here, put them in my classic size catch-all planner. I can't talk. Then when they're done, they go back in here. And so as you can see, we don't have a lot going on in here because I don't really use it that much. There was one year that I went really hard with it, but I don't really use it as much as I need to. So I'm really excited about getting back into it. And so we are definitely going to be using a fitness planner. And so let me show you where that is stored within my classic size catch-all planner. Of course, we've got a tab at the top that says fitness right here. And when you flip to the fitness, you see the fitness planner already ready. I just need to fill in the monthly, but it's already ready to go for 2020. I love the initial fitness planner because of how neutral it is, because the new layout just doesn't appeal to me. So this is the vintage first Happy Planner fitness planner. The way it's set up is, you know, just timeless to me, and I just love it. And so I'm going to continue using it. Plus I have a whole planner full of it, so I don't want to waste those inserts, but I just love how it's broken down. Again, I love how it's neutral. I love how it has breakfast, snack, lunch, snack, dinner, then exercise, then water intake. So I'm going to be using this as opposed to the newest layout. So again, the planners that I have in here are really the fitness planner, the wellness planner, and then I also have a business planner, and then I have my regular calendar. So this is kind of considered maybe, oh, and eventually the budget planner will be in here possibly. I'm not sure. I do have budget inserts for my shop, so that's not really considered a planner. And so I was trying to count to see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 planners in this one planner. So we have to calculate all that up as well in the lineup, but I don't plan separately, so I don't carry around that many planners separately. I carry it all within this planner, and then also in my Fobonichi half sheet, and then I also have a skinny mini planner. And so I don't feel so overwhelmed because I'm technically really only carrying around 3 planners, because I'm not carrying around my meal and recipe planner. It's just only when I'm getting ready to do that stuff, and then everything else is in here besides, again, this one, which isn't really a planner, it's more like a notebook, and then also my skinny mini stays in my purse. So, but we're going to talk through all of that. So really within this planner is like 5 planners, but I love having it all sectioned out so that way I can go to the section I need, the inserts are in there, and then once I get done with them for that month, I put them back in the planner that they belong to. So again, fitness planner is definitely up on the list because I do have fitness goals that I want to try to get back on the bandwagon. I fell off a lot, and so I really need to get back on this. And so fitness planner is definitely in the lineup. Again, I don't carry this around with me. It stays on my shelf. Once I'm done with the monthly inserts, then they go back in that planner, and then I pull the next month. So fitness planner is next up on the list. So now let's talk through my wellness planner. I just decided last minute to add this to my lineup. I did a flip through of this on my channel, and so stay tuned for that if you haven't seen it yet, because I'm not sure what order all these videos are going to go up in. I have lots of videos to share with you guys before 2020. So wellness planner is definitely up on my list. I was going to use my inserts because I do have a wellness section within my planner. Let me just show you really quickly. I was going to use my inserts, which are just vertical. I do have this page here from the Happy Planner's first wellness expansion pack. I just popped them in here so that way I can go ahead and write in my goals and things like that for 2020. And then I was going to use my inserts, which are vertical. So I have since decided now, since I have this planner, to just go ahead and full out do a wellness planner for 2020. So super cute. I just don't like the discs. Otherwise, it's a really, really cute planner, and I can't wait to use this in 2020. I'm not a big wellness planner person, but I do want to focus more on myself. I feel like I don't, and I want to get better at that. So it is blocked off. This first one says intentions, nourish, movement, take notes. So I'm excited about using this in 2020. So what I'll do is I'll go ahead and pull out January, pop it in the wellness section of my catch-all planner, and then once it's done, it's going to go at the end, and then I'll pull February, and so on and so forth. So that way I don't have to carry and have all of those planners stacked up, carrying it all around with me. I only have one catch-all planner, which has all of the inserts in it that I'm going to be using for 2020. So that is next up on the list, y'all, a wellness planner. So stay tuned for lots of videos on my channel with how I'm going to use this baby, but I am really excited about it. So next up on the list is my half sheet notebook. So this is more of a notebook than it is a planner. So how I use this is I use it as a list maker's notebook. You guys have seen a flip through of this on my channel. I do have yearly calendar inserts in here, which are from my shop. They are Fobonichi or half sheet or Happy Nichi, whatever you want to call it, inserts. And so if you want to see how I have this thing set up, make sure to catch that video. I have that in the front, which is hit or miss for me. Sometimes I just do a plan with me for inspiration for you guys, because this does stay on my desk nearby and it travels all around the house with me. So just in case I have something I want to jot down real quick, I'll have a notebook to do that in, and I don't have to carry my catch-all planner everywhere with me, because that is a big planner. I keep that on my desk, and this kind of travels from room to room, so I have something to dump out all of my ideas into. So this has been working out really, really well. So again, majority of it is really just a list maker's notebook. I have everything broken down by subject. And then I do have a planner at the beginning of it, just in case I want to do a plan with me for that week for you guys or for myself, and have this to reference to if need be. So that's how I use this, is just typically for just ideas and dumping out random thoughts. So I love this. It is very important. This cover's from my shop, and the rose gold discs are from my shop. I love everything about this. And so again, I have a full video on my channel showing you guys how I have this set up, where everything is from, and just like a full detailed walkthrough of it. So that's next up on my list, guys, is my half sheet notebook. So now let's show you my skinny mini, which is set up very similar to my half sheet notebook. All right, so this is my skinny mini notebook. Super cute. I love it. It is such a cute notebook. Again, I did a flip through of this on my channel as well. I have like the champagne color discs from the Happy Planner on it. So just to give you scale, this is the half sheet notebook from the Happy Planner, and this is the skinny mini. Skinny mini is super cute. Skinny mini is half of the size of a mini Happy Planner. Skinny classic is half the size of a classic Happy Planner. Just in case you didn't know that. So I love this cover so much that I had to put it on my skinny mini as well. So I've got lots of things going on here, some dangle charms, some bows. I have a full flip through of this on my channel. So how I use this is just as a purse planner. So this has just random to-dos, random notes, random things really in this planner. And I have inserts from my shop, which I scaled down to fit the skinny mini as well. And so that way, you know, I can have a place to write all these random thoughts in. But I love this so much. And sometimes I do use the calendar section, which I do have in here as well. And I'll do a plan with me on my channel for you guys, or I'll just plan it out, you know, for me for reference. So I do like having that on here, and I don't always use it, but every now and then I'll use it. But it's really, really small, so you don't have much space to work with, but you can, it's very cool to be able to just write appointments on here. I do also have my 2020 year at a glance, which I use in here. And so since it is a purse planner, it is important for me to be able to have important dates in here for reference, because that is kind of why I have it in my purse. So that way I can pull it out and I can see if we're available on a specific day. So really this is just a purse on the go errands planner. So I can dump things out and write things out when I'm on the go. And I love it, and it really works out so well. And the size is perfect for me because I have tiny writing. So the size is perfect for me. It's just a little compact planner that you can just toss in your purse. So that is next up on the list, my skinny mini planner or notebook. All right, so last is my main planner, guys. So this I knew was gonna take the most time, so that's why I said I'm gonna talk about this last. So this is my catch-all planner. This is every single thing about my life is in this planner. Whenever I want to, whenever I have inserts that I need to switch out, they're gonna go from that particular planner into this planner. You guys know I just did a flip through of this on my channel, so I'm not gonna go into the whole thing, but I've got top tabs and I've got side tabs. The top tabs are all of the subjects. The side tabs are the months and also my family. And so again, no need for a flip through because you can always go back and check out that video. But the planner sections that I wanted to talk to you about that will be classified as planners that I'm using, since this is a lineup video, are going to be first in the budget section. Well, not first in the calendar section. Within my calendar section, I'm using inserts from my shop, which are my subject style inserts. I am also using a monthly pre-planning sheet. So this monthly pre-planning sheet is new to my shop. I love it. I'm obsessed with it. And it has become probably one of my more popular items, although it was just released like last week. And so how I'm using this, because you guys didn't see this in my flip through video because I created it after that, is that I keep one in every month because I don't keep the whole entire month there. You guys remember on my flip through video, I was just showing you guys, I just had a sheet of paper in here. And so now I decided to add this pre-planning sheet in here, which is even better because you've got your month at a glance. So you can write in all of your appointments for the month. And then you've got your top priorities, your meal plan ideas, and your to-do list. And this box is fully formatted for a Happy Planner full box sticker. And so now I can come here every single month and not have my planner be overly bulky because it's already chunky enough. And I can come here and I can write in my plans for the month at a glance. And then once I really get ready to plan for that month and I put the whole entire month of January in, I can purge this out if I want it, or I could put it in the back so that way I don't see it. And then I can take this and use it to plan out my month and my weeks for January. So I thought that was super cool. So it's been so helpful for me so far, although I just recently implemented it. And so I'll be using, again, the monthly pre-planning page within each month, and then my subject style inserts from my shop because they just work so well for me. So that's how the monthly looks, and then this is how the weekly looks. So I love the subject style inserts. They just work very well for me so that I can break down those subjects, guys, and figure out what I need to do. My brain works in subjects so I can see, like, for my to-go places to do, my at home, my get fit, faith, school. That is what I need to do. And so that's been working for me. So I'm definitely going to continue that, and then I'll be popping in half sheets and things like that. So that's what I'm using for my calendar inserts. In home, I don't have any particular inserts I'm using in terms of calendar. So the next planner, if you want to consider it a planner, would be my budget planner. And that is all in the home management expansion packs. So all of these inserts are from the home management expansion packs. And then I think I am going to try to implement my budget and expense tracker inserts. Since again, I am trying to start budgeting for my shop. My home expenses are done via a spreadsheet. My husband typically manages that. And so I'm going to try to use these inserts from my shop for my business expenses. So stay tuned for some videos on my channel showing you guys how to use that. So that's already 2 planners, my regular calendar planner and the budget planner. And then my next planner that I'm going to be using is the fitness planner. We already talked through that. So you already know that I'm using the old school Happy Planner fitness planner. And so again, I'll be pulling out those inserts from the fitness planner, and then I'll be putting them in here. And then once they're done, they're going to go back into the fitness planner. I am not using a faith planner this year. I've gone completely digital, although I do have one in here. So we'll see how it's going to work out. Maybe I might decide 1 week or 1 month to use it. And so I do have some inserts in here, but I don't plan on really going strong for the whole year in terms of writing out faith related things. I think I'm probably just going to use my iPad. So the next planner that I'm going to be using, which I talked to you guys through already, is the wellness planner. So you guys already know because we just talked about it. I just wanted to show you kind of how my planner is sectioned off. I'll be using this wellness planner. And so I'm going to pop those pages in here and then purge when that month is over. And then finally, the last planner that I'm going to be using is a business planner. So the business planner that I decided to use is going to stay the same from what I've been using, which is the vertical lined inserts from my shop. So these have been working out really well for me. And so the monthly view and the weekly views look a little bit different because I printed this before I made some changes to it. Like the color blocking is actually on Sunday and it's a little bit more subtle. And so there's a couple of changes here, but I didn't want to waste this, so I decided to keep it. So this has been going really well for me. So it's not color blocked at the top, but it is a little block here that is fully formatted for a Happy Planner full box, and then it is lined here at the love this style. It works really well for business planning. So just to show you guys how it's been working for me. So typically I'll put the video that I'm going to upload to YouTube at the top, and then down here I'll write in some to-dos that I need to do for my shop and various other things. And then on my monthly, I will write in all of the video ideas that I want to film for the month. And so this will be no different. I'll be using it the same exact way for 2020. And other than that, there are no additional planners that I'm going to be using for 2020. Again, when it comes to just to give you guys a visual of the planners that typically stay out or I reach for, everything else is going to stay on my shelf and I'll just pull the inserts out of it. It's really just these 3. So I don't feel so bad because this one stays in my purse. So I'm really just toggling back and forth between these 2 planners. Although there are multiple inserts within these planners, it's really just 2 planners physically that I am working with. Everything else, like all of this other stuff, the wellness planner, the fitness planner, and then all of my meal planning stuff stays on my shelf, and well, actually these stay under my desk over here where I have this little cubby place where I stick my planners under. They stay under there, but I don't really reach for them that often. I only reach for them when I'm doing my recipe planning. This one stays on my shelf, and all of these other ones stay on my shelf. So I don't feel so bad, right? Yeah, I don't feel so bad. And so that's it, guys. That is all of the planners that I'm using for 2020, which really, just for visual, is just this right here, stack of 3. So that's it for this video, guys. Hopefully you enjoyed it. Hopefully you got a little inspiration out of it. Make sure to ask me any questions that you have about my lineup. I'm so happy to be finally sharing with you guys, because I know you guys have been asking, or some of you have been asking. And so I definitely wanted to get this video uploaded before 2020 so you can see what I'm using for 2020. So again, meal and recipe keeping, I am using a wellness planner, I'm using a fitness planner, I'm using 2 notebooks because I really consider these notebooks, but I do have Fobonichi inserts inside of this half sheet planner. And then I am using my regular catch-all subject style planner. I am using a budget planner, possibly, I'm thinking I am, inserts from my shop. I am also using a business planner, which is the vertical lined, and that is it. So, yep. So hopefully you guys enjoyed this video, so much so that you will consider subscribing to my channel, and you will come back by and catch another video, in which case I'll see you guys then.